Animator Research by Stefan Williams. Nick Park. Nick Park is best known for the creation of the Wallace and Gromit and Shaun the Sheep animations. These animations both use the stop-motion animation technique, so the animations are all made using real physical models, not like most of today's animations that use modeling software to create, rig and animate models on a computer. The Wallace and Gromit movie, Curse of the Were-Rabbit, took a total of 15 months to animate, as it was all animated in stop motion, meaning that every second used 24 separate pictures or frames. Nick Park has won several awards for his works. These award-winning productions include Wallace and Gromit, Shaun the Sheep, A Close Shave, Creature Comforts, The Wrong Trousers, and Chicken Run. Background information on Nick Park. Nick Park was born in Preston, Lancashire, England, and first became a professional animator at Aardman Animations in Bristol. Nick Park's works are usually in the standard 24 FPS style of animation, allowing for a smooth animation using the least amount of frames. In October of 2005, a fire broke out in Aardman Animations' archive warehouse, destroying most of the models that Park was using in the movie Chicken Run, but some of the original Wallace and Gromit models and master prints of finished films were somewhere else other than the archive warehouse and survived the fire. And in the next few years to come, Park's The Wrong Trousers and A Close Shave both won Oscars. Character creation. Most of Nick Park's work uses completely real physical models that have stayed the same over the years. This is really what makes Nick Park's work very unique and different from other animations, since he uses stop-motion animation to create full-length feature films, unlike most of today's animation that use 3D CAD to create and rig models on a computer, then finally animate them over 3D animation software. Nick Park's character models are usually created using clay, however in more recent productions, the character models are actually created using physical puppets instead of clay models. This is usually quite evident in Wallace and Gromit: A Grand Day Out, as you can see some of the light reflection on the character models' heads, and some of the clay is obviously moulded and physically smoothed round with hand. However, Wallace and Gromit: The Wrong Trousers used physical puppets instead of clay, which got rid of the fingerprint problem that the clay models had. Nick Park's interpretation of the principles of animation and methods. In films such as Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit, and Chicken Run, some action and fighting scenes require slow motion and motion blur techniques, which were not edited in during editing, but was actually incorporated by duplicating single frames and moving the duplicated frames slightly to a different position, giving the illusion of motion blur and slow motion. Genndy Tartakovsky. Background information on Tartakovsky. Genndy Tartakovsky is best known for his work on Star Wars Clone Wars, a 3D animation Star Wars TV show set in the Star Wars universe, but set in between Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. Unlike Nick Park, Genndy Tartakovsky makes all of his animations and character models in a 3D modeling/animation software. Tartakovsky was born on January 17, 1970, and is now currently 45 years old. As his name suggests, Tartakovsky is from Russia, but now works for Sony Pictures Animation in the US, and has previously worked in other small-time studios, such as HB Enterprises and Cartoon Network Studios to create Star Wars Clone Wars. Significant productions. Tartakovsky has been involved in many significant productions such as Star Wars Clone Wars, Batman the Animated Series, Hotel Transylvania 2, Iron Man 2, The Flintstones on the Rocks, How to Eat Fried Worms, and of course Samurai Jack. Although Tartakovsky was involved in the production of Iron Man 2, he was only really involved in the storyboard part of Iron Man 2's pre-production. However, in films such as Hotel Transylvania 1 and 2, and Star Wars Clone Wars, Tartakovsky does all the 3D animating with another team of animators. For the movie Hotel Transylvania, Genndy Tartakovsky said that he wasn't aiming for completely realistic animations, instead he wanted to push the boundaries of realism. Something that Tartakovsky likes to do in all of his animations is to add in physical comedy. In other words, Tartakovsky's comedy animations all use very beyond realistic movements, to emphasize some of the movements and turn them into comedic actions. Genndy Tartakovsky, as with many other animators, likes to animate in 30 to 48 FPS, making the animations seem smoother than standard animations, but also not by using too many frames. Another method that Tartakovsky likes to use in his animation is character model deformations. Tartakovsky likes to to think that if extreme facial expressions are used, it brings out more of a personal touch to the animation as a whole. Tartakovsky's animations also never really mean to look too realistic while maintaining a certain level of realism to make the viewer feel more immersed into the animation, which again he likes to think this adds more of a personal touch to the animation. Persistence of vision. Persistence of vision is when multiple discrete images blend together and the human mind reads these multiple images all as one whole moving image. Persistence of vision also relates to the standard 24 FPS. 24 FPS is the smoothest animation the human mind can process without using too many frames. Beta movement also ties in with the persistence of vision, as beta movement is the optical illusion that is a series of static images that creates a smoothly moving image. The standard frame rate for over 80 years has been 24 FPS, but only recently the standard frame rate has been slowly changing to a number closer to 60 FPS, due to the development of technology. The FPS, or frames per second, of something is how many frames or single images are being played in a single second. Some old animations run on 12 FPS, which makes for a much choppier, not as smooth animation as 24 FPS in current modern day film. Suspension of disbelief. In animations, the animators aim to create a realistic enough animation to make the animation immersive enough for the viewer, but also aim to bend the capabilities of reality, allowing the animation to be separate to a film, which wouldn't usually use animation.